Holes! The last chapter, 50. Stanley's mother insists that there never was a curse. She even doubts whether Stanley's great-great-grandfather really stole a pig. The reader might find it interesting, however, that Stanley's body invented his cure foot order the day after his great-great-grandson of Leonas carried the great-great-great-grandson of Madame Zeroni up the mountain. The Attorney Generals closed Camp Green Lake. Miss Walker, who was desperate need of money, had to sell the land, which has been in her family for generations. It was bought by a national organization dedicated to the well-being of young girls. In a few years, Camp Green Lake will become a Girl Scout camp. This is pretty much the end of the story. The reader probably still have some questions, but unfortunately, from here on in, the answers tend to be long and tedious. Well, Miss Bell, Stanley's former math teachers, might want to know the percent charge in Stanley's weight. The reader probably don't care more about the change Stanley's character and self-confidence, but those change and subtle and hard to measure. There are no simple answers. Even the contents of the suitcase turned out to be some of what tedious. Stanley's father pried it open in his workshop. At first, everyone gasped at the sparkling jewels. Stanley thought he and Hector had become millionaires because the jewels were poor quality, worth no more than $20,000. Underneath those jewels was a stack of papers that had once belonged to the first Stanley Jonas. These consisted of stock certificate, deeds of trust, and promissory notes. They were hard to read and even more difficult to understand. Miss Morenjo's law firm spent more than 2 months going through all the papers. They turned out to be more valuable than the jewels. After legal fees and taxes, Stanley and Zio each received less than $1 million, but not a lot less. It was enough for Stanley to buy his own family